Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. I'm talking on two separate screens, so I hope that you guys are able to understand when I'm looking up and down. Anyway, greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to my show called Pop Out Tuesdays, minding my own damn business. Thank you so very much. It is a whole lot to talk about. We got to get into everything. And if you guys saw the caption, you guys see that it is a lot to get into. And we're going to touch on it. We're going to get into it. We're going to laminate it. And we're going to plaster whatever we need to. We're going to get rid of everything we don't need, and we gonna bring in positivity because that is more of what we need to be better. Period. It's 2025. I don't know if you guys know, Southern California is on fire. Okay. um I want to not say so much because I'm very much prepared in my subjects, but I am also going off of an emotion that I feel about these fires that is going on. In California, as you guys know, we are pretty much a one season pony state. Okay. We're either hot and dry or we're wet. And we have to really realize what global warming is doing. We have a new administration that is coming in that do not believe in science. They do not believe in medical. They don't believe in logic. So therefore, they are relating these fires to things that doesn't make sense. For it to have been arsonists that were not of Caucasian firefighters, ridiculous. To think that it could possibly even be more than one aspect of what could have caused the fire is really crazy. Because global warming has helped this. It has helped it. You don't have to say it again. It has contributed so much to what's going on here in California. What I don't like is that we're not putting more effort to saving more structures, into saving more lives, into saving more of the people's what they're going through. You know, a lot of people have just lost fire insurance, and it's very sad that they're going through that. But Altadena, I want to give my biggest condolences and blessings out to you. They are what you would call the first settling, most populated, Black business owned, established city next to Pasadena. And it is generally known to be an African American population, but successful, business owned, things like that. It has wiped out their community. Those people need help. I'm not going to sit here and look at celebrities and say, oh, let's help the Kardashians. Let's go over here and help Keisha Cole. Everybody is at loss, but at least you guys have finances to be able to recover. People here don't. A lot of people don't. They did not have fire insurance. They did not have a way to recover loss. And there is no recovery of loss of life. Property, yes. Memories, no. So we have to be logical when we're thinking of these things and help those people. It's homeless people that are even worse off than they were before the fires. And if you can be any worse than being homeless, you will find out when you are homeless and you literally just lost what you had. So I want to give my biggest prayers. Godspeed. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Mexico. They've come to our rescue with fire services being able to provide aircrafts, being able to provide foots on the ground. Thank you, everyone that's viewing. Thank you, everyone that's coming in. Thank you for coming in. If this is the first time you're being here, thank you so much. I have a long show. We got a lot to talk about. And So I do want to give my condolences and my prayers and wishes for this fire to um, go away, for these people to be able to recover and be able to have something to rebuild from. Okay. And shout out to the firefighters. I don't believe, and I'm going to say this, it's not the mayor's fault that the president coming in implemented these things that he put in place before he left office. So, prayers go out to you guys, and condolences as well. Okay, so we have a couple of things. Let me start off with this. I have a part of my show that's called the political block. The political block is going to be pretty much as I'm just going to into the political corner for a little bit, as long as I need to, and then I'm off of it. Okay, so you're gonna get that, and that's gonna be that. I do want to give my condolences out to the Jimmy Carter family. I want to give my condolences to what such a good president he was, what such a good humanitarian he was, him and his wife, and he was a good person. And I want to also comment about the funeral with Trump and President Obama. People were commenting that they were chummy chummy at the funeral. They were chitter chatters. And I will tell you this, there were some uncomfortable parts in that entire funeral that they showed, but it did look like it was agree to disagree a lot in the facial expressions that I saw. It wasn't, this is my homie, this is my dog, I've been waiting on him to get back in office again. None of that. As you saw, people are commenting saying that they were chummy chummy friends, and then Trump made a comment that him and Obama possibly like each other. I it wasn't shock me, but I want to focus on what it is that people are saying. And they're saying of how can you be so judgmental of each other and then show each other all of this kind of camaraderie in person. And to be honest with you, that was Obama being a bigger person because the smaller person was next to him. And I will say that it wasn't an ass kiss moment. It wasn't Trump's moment, and he is the new administration that is coming in. So to try to have some common ground and to see if they can work to get things done on both sides of the aisle could have been the conversation. I want to dibble into Joe Scarborough and my boy. We're gonna talk about that interview, and it was really cringing. If you guys saw, it was really cringing. These are two lifetime Republicans. And there was an interview that Joe Scarborough had, and I want to look for it right now because, as you guys see, I'm going to show you if you can see, I have notes. Okay. When I tell you I have a very large uh, uh, item list of things that needs to be discussed, this is one of them. And I want to talk about this interview because Joe Scarborough and his wife have a show. So here's more notes. Okay. And I want to talk about this show because it was very, very different. Joe Scarborough is normally, he rocks the boat a lot. As you guys know, he used to be in Congress and things like that. So he relies a lot back on to him being in there. He had a career Republican, actually the head of the Republican Party, the ex president of the Republican Party. He's no longer a Republican, and neither is Joe Scarborough. Many people have walked away from the Republican Party. That can be Liz Cheney, that can be Dick Cheney, that can be Adam, that could be us. It's I can name a lot of Republicans that have crossed over and decided that they are no longer supporting the buffoonery that these administrations is putting in front of them when it comes to this Trump MAGA thing that's going on. And I find it that it's very telling that one minute you see when Trump is in office first that Joe Scarborough had a lot to say. Oh, he was an idiot. He was this. He was that. Trump wins his second term 4 years later, and you look and see he's Joe Scarborough and his wife. They go down to Mar-a-Lago, and go to a dinner or something, and Brian Steele is saying to him that it's okay for Obama and Trump to have a conversation. That's what adults are supposed to do, and to be humble at the same time. It was not the place to sit there and, because to me, you will be, if you did that, Trump would win. And Obama is not here for that. And so do not get upset because he has a more composed demeanor. He's not acting out. He's not being belligerent like the MAGA people. He's totally different from how they would approach things. And it's killing these people, these MAGA people, that you can get him and four the other presidents, and it be civil. And then you come on your show and then you pointing your finger at him, what he's done, he this and this and this and this and this. And Michael Steele is only saying that you contradicting yourself. If you want to go to Mar-a-Lago and you want to support Trump, but then you want to come on your show, denounce that you're a Republican, denounce your support of Republicans' values right now and where their values are. You're picking and choosing how you want to be a Republican, and you picking and choosing what Democrats and former Republicans can choose to do and how they choose to relate to politics, voting, and policies right now. And as you see, we have everything that's in the Trump administration that's coming in. Every last one of these seats were bought, are positioned to make him be positioned better. And yes, thank you. We did not get Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General, but it's not going to stop. Excuse me, I knew my doggy was going to do that. I just looked right at him too. Stop, stay there. Don't you come by this court. Sorry about that. But anyhow, it's not going to stop the actions of Trump. It's not going to stop him from being who he is. And they had it out. Brian Steele did not hold no punches against Joe. Joe don't like nobody challenging him. Nika was trying her best to get him to quiet down long enough to hear the conversations that was coming across the table towards him. And if you cannot listen on your own show to someone telling you what your topic of your show is about, you're cutting them off consistently every time you don't hear what you want to hear. And that is not a fair interviewer. It makes you so confrontational that I'm surprised you're not on the Fox network. I used to actually watch you a lot during the Trump administration. I watched you guys a lot because I watched the world unravel. I watched the world go into panic mode. I watched the world watch millions of people die. I watched the world sit back and have to hold their breath because this man that was in office does not believe in science. He does not believe in things that make sense. And it's hard for a person to really kind of get a grip on what the hell is he doing. Stop it. If you hit this cord again, I'll punch you. Sorry about that. He's being busy. Anyhow, it's the fact that he's doing things like, say for instance, we're gonna go into this political block for a second here. If you don't like politics, tune out for a minute. Keep me on still. Keep viewing me still. Keep engaging. What you don't want to hear, others will. And what you tune out a little bit, you will come back in. I'm not worried about it. You would get your ugly ass back in here. I'm not worried about it. The problem is that no one is telling you these things, even when you don't want to hear them. But I'm going to tell you this. If you don't want to hear a lot of things that probably you're not interested in, you might want to start paying attention to what's about to happen in the next 2 weeks. Let's see if Democrats and blacks, those who voted for Trump or support some of his policy, I dare you come to that inauguration. I dare you. I dare you. Let's go into the next thing. Okay, about the purchase of Greenland. Okay, so the issue is this orange duck, I don't know what he thinks. Okay, this is not the Louisiana purchase, so I don't know what he think he could do, but people are misplacing a small word in what Trump is talking about with Greenland. If you guys are not listening, Trump said he wants to take Greenland. Okay, when he knew that there is a price tag to everything because he is a businessman, there's a price tag to everything. Well, what is the worth? What is the worth of Greenland, we say? What is the worth? After he said that he wanted to purchase Greenland at first, Don Jr. is up there taking fake pictures with Greenland homeless people with the promises of feeding them a hot meal after the pictures. Then he sends us videos and pictures of him posting with these random looking people in Greenland as if they respect, admire, and want your services. If they wanted you to take over Greenland so it can be a better place. But we found out that these were homeless people that were brought there with promises to be fed, which is crazy, right? And so, 1 second, let me get this damn dog out of here. Get your ass out. Get your ass out. Yeah, get. Tired of you. You lost your damn mind. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. I don't know why he waited to do all of that while I was on here, but sorry about that. He's like a kid. Sorry. Okay, let's get to it. Minor break. Okay, so we're gonna get back into it. The purchase of Greenland will not happen. When he found out that there is a price tag on Greenland, a $1.1 trillion. Did you hear? $1.1 trillion mark put on Greenland. He veered off and said, "Who said I wanted to purchase it? I want to take it." Did you guys hear that? Who said I wanted to purchase Greenland? My ugly ass want to take it. Sound familiar? Do that sound a little familiar to y'all? A white man wanting to take another country by force with military if need be. Does that sound like a country that admire and seek the services of the United States Trump administration, particularly to take over their country, their free country? When there was a price tag of $1.1 trillion is what the country is valued at. When you heard that there was a value to it, you thought, I can take that value because that's what that country is worth. If that country is worth 1 trillion, why shouldn't it be owned by the United States? We can take that revenue. That's ours. I am the white man. I am the white man. I am the colonizer. I can take your country. I can take your country. Since you don't want to bargain with me because I had no intentions on coming here to build nothing but a golf course that was denied. They gave you Scotland. They gave you a golf course in Scotland. Not enough. So until every continent got a golf course that says Trump on it, you're going to want that country? Interesting. That this is another white man thinking that he can go and take another country. In today's world, 2025, we got a white man saying, F you and your policies. I'm coming there freely and I'm going to take what I want. Sound familiar? Does this white takeover shit sound for? See, let me tell you something about what white people don't do. The reason why white people don't got tools originally, because that means that they would have to have built something. You understand how that works? Let's see. White people didn't even own mules because that's what black people were. We were the tools. We were the architects. We were everything. You came and took us from where we were to help us build what you couldn't. To this very day, you can't read a blueprint because mathematics was designed and incorporated in Africa. So while you were so busy trying to come there and colonize us and take us away, you should have set your ass down on one of them fields and learned something sitting by a rock and picked up a book and read and see where all of this come from. Because see, a lot of countries know what this white man is trying to do. You might got the same skin. Y'all didn't get it the same way. Y'all don't live the same way. It's more white people that did not want Trump in office. But it was more black people that did not want Kamala in office. Guess why? They can't tell the story. How you gonna tell me something you didn't even sit down and read? How you gonna tell me how to build something when all you did was take? You can't tell me how to build a box because you never did it. The only thing that a white person knows how to do is to come, take over, and colonize, oppress, slave, hate. Those are the things that the white man bring everywhere. Everywhere. And you see why you got Middle Eastern states saying you ain't coming here. That's why we got all these different gods. Because the one person think that he's supposed to own, control everything. Why you think that there was movies like Get Out? Me and my fiance was just talking about the message. Let's talk about the message. Let's get right down into the message. He wants to take over and own the Panama Canal. Why? China managed the Panama Canal and what goes through. It is a port, one of the most profitable ports there is in the world. Why do you think something over here is owned by China? No, it's not. He wanted you to believe it was. It is managed by China. Who built the Panama Canal? Do you guys remember Marcus Garvey? Okay, yeah, around that time, the Panama Canal was built. Who time figure you think was around there and seeing black people build an entire Panama Canal? He wants to take over these people's transportation canal, their ports. Sound familiar? Is it sounding familiar to you? Let me rewind this. Trump borrowed billions from China to build Trump Towers on Park. You guys know where his Trump Towers is, right? The same place he said he can walk out and shoot somebody in the head in broad daylight and can nothing happen. Remember that? That building he purchased with China's money. That loan was supposed to have been paid back before he got out of office. Did he pay it back? What he did was make us hate and go at it with China, especially when COVID came. Oh, the Kung Fu flu. All the Chinese disparaging marks that he made that was related to COVID. He had so much to say, and to make the United States go and every other country go at China, it wasn't because of COVID. It was because Chinese markets was calling for that loan. Remember when COVID was finally acknowledged? It was when he acknowledged it in March. COVID had already struck the United States in 2019. We had already had deaths related to COVID. Nobody in office believed in science because what he do? He fired the entire CDC managing department. He fired the head of CDC. He even got rid of Fauci, and it was a boss before Fauci. Fauci has been in. I'm sorry that I'm getting political about this, but it's something that is on my nerves, and it's a reason why I'm all up in their business, and unintentionally I'm all up in their business because I'm a voter and I pay taxes and I can do that with their ugly ass. They can't tell me I can't. You can't tell me I'm not. This is what we're not taking advantage of. And it's a very big problem because right now, this is circling back to every culture being affected. There is no culture that is more bitten and more ciphered off of than African Americans. We do not have culture that belongs to us anymore because every other culture can be us. To be cool, to be fast, to be agile, to know how to dance, to know how to do all of these things that you guys mimic and you want to suck out of Black people, except you guys want to temporarily be orange. You want to temporarily be a little bit of Black. You want to be a Kardashian in a oven Black until it's time for us to be. And you see what she did. She went and lost weight, got that butt reduct, got that hair bleached, got them lips shrunk. As soon as that white boy left her, she went and turned to a white woman. I'm just saying, what are we listening to? Why are we not in their business? Why did over 300 gallons, 300,000 gallons of water was just reserved for the Kardashians? Think about that. How you buy water? It ain't, you didn't go up there and go to Alhambra geyser. You didn't go to Arrowhead geyser. You use the same water that we all pay taxes on, drink, bathe in, and water our lawn in. And you think that you are entitled to receive more rescue water services and you pay less taxes than the people down the goddamn hill from you. You Kardashians, all you 1%ers pay less taxes than us. And we can't even get homeowners insurance that's connected to fire danger, connected to earthquakes. But you can tell me that you ain't got white people benefits? Are you serious? Let me tell you how you better wake up. When you get a president that's coming in office saying that he wants to change the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America because we built it. Let's get into the we built it. Who is we? If I'm not mistaken, the closest country we got to the UK that says we is Canada. And Canada ready to turn y'all lights out. I don't know if y'all have talked to them lately, even though Trudeau is leaving office. They're still telling you that if their tariffs go up, lights out, New York, East Coast, Upper East Coast, lights out. What you gonna do? Wall Street, what you gonna do? When them generators can only generate so much. Bullshit. I'm just saying this stuff that you won't say because I'm in my own business, but minding yours. Because if nobody else do it, who the hell gonna do it for you? I'm going to hit you with facts and the stuff that you need to hear before I get to social media bull, because this is what you need to know first. I'm going to wake your game up. And this is the same president that said that he wanted to build and extend the wall into the Pacific Ocean. See, this is the reason why you knew Christopher Columbus couldn't discover nothing, because white people can't discover anything that wasn't already here, that wasn't already created. You can't tell me how to go around Earth when you think it's flat. How you gonna go around something flat? Who gave you the money? Who navigated? Because see, Black people navigated naturally, but we didn't go to other countries and say we are taking it because we were capable of doing it. We were natural warriors, leaders. We didn't go around doing that. We stayed on our continent minding our own damn business, cultivating, creating, living. What y'all was over here doing? Shivering? Waiting for somebody to give you something? You can't do nothing without us. So what did Kendrick Lamar stab into you? Like us, you can't be nothing but a colonizer and copy and paste. Because if you did what we did, you wouldn't hate. It's no reason for you to hate. If you created what we created, you wouldn't have to hate. You wouldn't have to conquer anything, because we were able to do all of those things on our own grounds, in our own country. You guys had to have people come here against their will to build you, to cook for you, to take care of your home and your children. We did this naturally, freely. And what you want to do to your own people, your own color, Trump? Greenland people is Caucasian, if I'm not mistaken, even though they from Greenland. You still trying to conquer shit as if they ain't your own color. What you gonna do with Greenland? You don't believe in science. How you gonna take over a green country that believes in everything science? We really allowed him to get on the ballots, the voting ballots, to be the president again? The inauguration coming up? Ask Liz Cheney what happened January 6th. Ask them. Ask Adam. Ask them. Ask them police officers that lost their lives. Ask them family members. Ask them veterans. Ask them politicians that's helping to make policies for us. Ask them where they were hiding at when these people stormed the Capitol to murder. What did that look like? A bunch of white people coming to conquer something, right? You get a bunch of white people together, what they can possibly do every goddamn time is take, conquer, divide, chaos. Without those things, you have a civilized, functioning economy, a civilized world. There's going to always be some type of corruption, but it don't have to come from our top people. It's crazy about this, because if you think about what a felon is not supposed to have at his fingertips or in his possession, Trump has every last one. He has an entire military behind him. Now think, as a convicted felon, he can't own a gun, right? He got launch codes. He owns every military gun. If he's trying to use the military to take Greenland, do he have to have a gun in his hand when he have it at his fingertip? Our codes was sitting in his bathroom in Mar-a-Lago. Anybody could have went there and took a shit and looked at the launch codes. I'm just saying. You ain't got to own a gun if you own the free world. We are for sale when Trump gets in office. The promises he's already promised. Look who our president is. Oh, y'all are mistaken. Y'all cute. Y'all saw Trump on the ballot, right? Y'all saw Trump win. That's not the president. Elon is. We forgot who the vice president was because everybody's saying JD Vance, right? No, the vice president is actually Trump. Everything in office when Trump get in is for sale. Rather you are a citizen or not, rather you are this country friend or not, rather you are in NATO. Please be careful, the United States, because that's one thing that Trump is going to do is get us out of NATO, because he feels that NATO needs to pay the United States and that we don't need to pay to have other countries protect us when we go in war, which is what NATO is. Without NATO, we are a dictating communist country. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What is this new administration coming in trying to do? Let's talk about it. The Retrumpicans are now siding on, let's get it, Elon. They're saying that it was a Retrumpican that blew up the Trump Tower and the cyber truck that was an Elon Musk truck. He's taking this personal that MAGA is coming after him, and let's let the white people fight. It don't got nothing to do with us. Let them do it. Because if they can't do nothing else, they can cause conflict, confusion, and chaos. Let them. It goes along with Caucasian, another C. Instead of it being a KKK, CCC, because I can give you 3, and I'm not a Crip. Let's move on. We gonna get off of that. Okay. I do want to say this. If you guys don't know what the FBA is, we gonna have some discussion about FBA, but this is the Foundation of Black Americans. They are descendants of Black people who survived one of the greatest autocrats in recording history, American slavery. FBA are the descendants of Black people who built the United States from scratch. They are the original first documented foreign settlers of the New World of North America, which were enslaved Blacks. Enslaved mean that we were involuntarily here. So you guys all know Fat Joe got the pick up the pieces rocks. So let's throw it out there. Terror Squad. No. They kicking you and Remy ass. Joe, let me give you some advice. Get your little ass on. Bye. Don't nobody listen to nothing you say. Don't nobody listen to your music. I know 2 songs, and I think Fat Joe, if I'm not mistaken, you've been living off a Big Pun reputation, lifestyle, and music this whole time. Without about it being about 8 artists on a track with you, what did you do? Lean back. You and Remy were the originals, but the remix is what sold, and that was with everybody on it. And then don't nobody know anything else you did besides when Pun was here. For you to be the token Black assistant, you have been over the BET hip hop awards. For what reason, I don't know. But he is saying that Black people and Puerto Ricans collectively 50-50 created hip hop. Let's talk about it. You are the same people, Puerto Ricans. The reason why I'm going to throw you out there is because I am Puerto Rican and Black. My dad's family from San Juan, okay? His mother family is from San Juan. I have relatives from San Juan, and trust me, we did not appreciate you throwing paper towel bounty at that. So you let a white, orange colored, I don't know, ferret come to your country and throw paper towels, but you think you're going to throw shade at Black people and say that you assisted us or we assisted you 50-50 with hip hop? And then you get Busta Rhymes' bad breath ass. And I love Busta Rhymes. Don't get me wrong. I love you, Busta. But let's be honest. Let's put it out there, okay? We're going to put it out there. Kool Herc said himself that he had to mimic American Black culture to sell what he wanted to do. The music that he wanted to veer into was Black culture in America. We could not understand the goddamn thing them island people were saying. Busta Rhymes. Let's be honest. Go look at Big Herc interview. Kool Herc interview, I'm sorry. He tells you right there. If he said it himself, how you gonna say to the king of island hip hop, where he generated his music from? How you gonna tell him where he? Matter of fact, let's be honest. Busta Rhymes, where the hell is you from? Yes, island people relocate to the East Coast, New York a lot. But boy, you is a New Yorker. Sitting here talking about the islands created hip hop. Then you want to kick in. So you want to take Black American culture out of hip hop and say that it was Puerto Ricans and islanders that created hip hop? Do you know how long hip hop has actually been hip hop? When there was only black and white. When we still only can come through the freaking back of the goddamn building, through the kitchen. Hip hop is older than you think. We had hip hop artists that was rapping in Cab Calloway days. What you think you doing? Big Herc, Kool Herc, whatever you want to call him, he ain't as old as Cab Calloway. He ain't as old as hip hop. How can you create? Here we go with this colonizing shit. Sound like some white people shit that was already built when you got here. So let's take it. I want it. Here we go. More Black culture being kidnapped. I'm just saying, like us, get out. I'm just trying to do the math. Let's do the math, because I am minding my business while minding yours. So let's do the math, and let's make sure the math is mathing. Because if we ain't got CVS receipts on how much is taken from Black culture, that's what the FBA is here for, to fact check all of you culture vulture stealing ass people that want to sit here and say we stole something, and let's throw it out there, DJ Academics, while you jumping on the bandwagon over here saying what Drake has provided and what you sat back and watched and provided and knew what they were doing with LeBron. Let's talk about it. Where is the bro code? Where is that? Did you forget that this is a married man? If this is something that y'all deal with him on the low, it's on the low. But let's throw it out there, DJ Academic. You ain't had nothing to do with that. Let's be honest. You are an island man, right? You're not even from here. Drake is not from here. Let's throw it out there. Drake has not publicly acknowledged you. Have you noticed you out here windmilling for your life, and Drake ain't came out here and defended you one time? I actually just seen you on the podcast with some East Coast brothers. I love them. They came from the WAC 100 era with all of those shows and No Jumper and everything. Shout out to my guys. I love them. But let's throw it out there. You were on the phone with them or you was doing an interview with them and they had to let you know that you are not a rapper. What you're putting out there saying that Pusha T was doing to LeBron and Drake, let's put it out there. You are not an artist. You are a gamer turned podcaster / a legal analyst / I know everything about hip hop / I suck on Drake. Everything. Drake ain't gave you a front row ticket to a concert. He ain't gave you a back row ticket to a concert. He ain't gave you permission to change his damn air in his tire. He ain't gave you permission to suck a condom off of him. I don't know what you over there doing, but Drake ain't supporting you none whatsoever while you jumping out the window every day for hours behind him and what his relationship with LeBron is showing. You kind of looking like you on the side as a side jealous nigga that ain't getting no attention because Drake ain't on the phone or on a song, on a freestyle talking about you. He's sitting side by side doing videos and songs and going on vacations with LeBron, but not you. You over here sucking for free. Shouldn't you get something side, nigga? You over here mad at something that don't pertain to you. You jumping out the window, getting in LeBron's business, and then you want to throw Pusha T in it. Let's throw Pusha T in it. Let's do it. That was art. Let's do it. That wasn't breaking bro code. You seen the shit that Drake was saying about Pusha T? Do you see the stuff that he said about black culture? Pusha T was the first one to blast this man, and he did not do defamation of character. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about the little adult bitch in UK with the extra baby on the side if he did not air it out. And he aired it out because Drake aired out some shit about him and everything else about black people culture, and y'all let that orange ferret face fucker do it. So therefore, game on, gloves off, mouthpiece in, and it is windmill till your wheels fall off. But you out here showing your phone for this man, and he ain't giving you no attention. He ain't put $1 in that G-string yet, bro. Not one. And you out here fighting, saying that you witnessed this yourself. Here you go, putting yourself in somebody else's business. Don't you got a fucking sex case that you gotta fight? You still ain't finished fighting your sex case. While you over here in YSL business, you over here in Lil Durk business, you over here in Drake business, you over here in LeBron business, you over here in in Pusha T business. So what? So what? So what? That wasn't your beef. You over here. Stay over there, cheerleader. Tracy Morgan, go put that G-string in that skirt on that was in that movie. Any Given Sunday. Get busy. Get busy. Whatever the damn movie was, get busy. You a cheerleader, a culture vulture too. And this man ain't came out and acknowledged you once. Don't you feel like an unappreciated side nigga? He ain't came on live with you one time. Not when I looked it up. He ain't came and supported you one time. You ain't even showed a picture of this man on live with you one time. This man ain't sent you a ticket to the show. He ain't gave you an OVO bottle. He ain't gave you a nicotine patch. He ain't gave you nothing. And you over here windmilling and sucking for free. I have to say, I would have expected more from you. I would have expected more. All that security you got around your house, and you leaving your mouth wide open. And you in here arguing it down about Drake and what LeBron do on his wife. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got no wife. You ain't got no bitch. Don't nobody want you. Do you see you, DJ Academics? Like you have literally become the shape of your chair. I don't know if anybody ever told you that. You're not attractive. You're not interesting. And the only reason why people tune into you is because it keeps them from being able to have to go and listen to shit on their own. And they can decipher some of the things that you say and then get the clownery out of it. That's it. You ain't nothing but a black Adam 22 to me. That's it. You are Islander Adam 22. You a pedophile too. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. It's documented. It's not allegedly. These are documents. Prove me wrong. You posted the video. You so arrogant. Did Drake come out and windmill for your innocence? Did he say, my boy innocent? He didn't do that? That girl lying, I was there? You out here twerking in a G-string, willing with a wig off, looking a hot ass mess, fighting this man battle, kicking in the back seat of the car, all the shit. This man don't give a OVO freezer food fuck about you. And you want to talk about his lawsuit ain't to sue Kendrick Lamar about the song. He's not suing about Like Us. He's suing about the streaming services. The streaming service that promote both of y'all music, right? That you guys are on the same label, right? So they're supposed to use the same instruments and tools that they use to hype your music to hype his, because he's their artist too. Why would they? You just sold your catalog, bro. You mad because you hold yourself out and you still owe him an album. He said something that triggered you, and it's that word called the truth. You tried to air Kendrick Lamar business out by saying that his kids were by his best friend. He got school age kids that listen to music, that go to school, that has to hear these things. You came out windmilling on Kendrick for no reason. And I'm going to tell you what you did. You hit a Malcolm X, a Marcus Garvey, a Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott. You didn't hit the wrong boat, because he got secrets about you and who you with and who you work with and who's around you. Because everybody that's dealt with you got some type of hatred or a story of fuckery that you've done. Excuse my cursing, but it is after 30 minutes. I'm 51, 53 minutes in here, so I'm going to give it is. It is what it is. But I'm going to tell you this. You guys got to look at a clown. Rather, he got on a red nose, a painted face, some big red shoes. You got to know a clown when you are in the presence of a clown. And particularly, I have always been scared of clowns, so I would swing on you. And what you didn't expect is that Kendrick Lamar came out crip walking, swinging, throwing it out there, giving it to you, popping out, and you didn't expect it because you thought he was so low key and you were so high key that nobody was going to pay him no attention. Let me tell you something, Culture Vulture. You just lost 1, 2, 3, 4. You lost so bad that you forgot who you was windmilling on, and you started windmilling on LeBron. And there was a lot of people that was popping out dancing publicly to your stuff, in your laughter. And you're only making it worse for yourself. And it's only going to be more videos surfacing around the world where there is culturally, globally, not like us celebrated around the world. The streaming service that helped push your music past any other artist for the past 8 years, the same streaming service that pushed yours, the same machine that pushed yours, can't push the same people, the same label, the same opportunity that you was given. Nobody else of color supposed to do it. Sound like something familiar, doesn't it? Sound like something familiar. I was saying about people conquering things that was already created and implemented before they got there. I don't understand how somebody that got so many ghostwriters is so damn see-through. Anyway, we canceling Black Joe. From hip hop culture, from Black culture, from stealing from us, from buying, renting us, for the disrespectful comments that he's made. He claimed he stepped down and gave it to 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz Mac blasted that out and said, you can't step down from being fired, bro. He told you that you hogging the culture. That is what he told you. And you need to pass the mic. He shouldn't have been given the mic. At least by itself, he shouldn't have been. I think he was only given the mic because he had a black female and he was around black culture. I don't know, but extra sketch, shake it up. Let's talk about it. Math Hoffa doubled down and jumped on the bandwagon with the Puerto Rican princess, Joe, and let's talk about it. He's saying that yeah, Puerto Ricans created hip hop. They created the culture alongside of black people, but he's stating that hey, it's only the black people from Brooklyn that created hip hop. Nowhere around else, no other place. Just only the Puerto Ricans, 50%, and 50% of black people in Brooklyn created hip hop. He's making all kinds of disrespectful comments and it's throwing people out. Like first of all, we seeing you crash out on Angela Yee lip service, okay, with Heineken and SO. I'm gonna be honest with you. East Coast men and people in particular, they talk a lot and they argue for a while because it takes them a long time to say a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so they argue very long. The issue with this situation is that SO has so much to say, and he wanted the facts to be said because, to be honest, yeah, Angela, you knew Math was coming on your show. You knew that. It wasn't a shock. You knew that shit. You knew it. It was the first show of the year. You wanted to hype it up. It wasn't just going to just be hype for you without chaos, confusion. Interesting. Another culture vulture here. You sitting here watching a bunch of black men argue about their platforms. And you sitting there acting like you don't have no idea that this was about to happen and that they ended their relationship on the show very abruptly. And it was not in good taste. And they have not been on good terms. When you see Math come on there, the reason why we know that was placed and you knew that was going to happen because he came in and took his jacket off. He was already getting comfortable. It was not his interview. How did he get on your set? It was not his interview. This man out here windmilling because he see that his ratings, views is dwindling. He can keep saying that when Heineken and SO left that he got extra 500,000 subscribers. Let me give you a keynote. I was told by a few podcasters that subscribers is not who makes you the money. So you can have 500,000 subscribers. The thing is that y'all are neck and neck in views. And you did not even want them to have their show Bad Fuel. You turned it down, said nobody will watch it. And he like litigated that to you. That you turned it down. You agreed, you turned it down. You said you wanted them to focus on your show. But then you didn't want nobody else to have any input on the show. And they were the ones bringing in the interviews. But then you go on several different podcasts and say that they took your platform and your guests and took and blew up their show. When even after they left, the interviewers that they brought you interviewed again after they left. So who's stealing people's stuff? You mad because nobody's messing with you, Matt. You are a bad business brand. You are bad when it comes to negotiating. You are a power trip, and you are very hard to negotiate facts with because you try to go over people's head that is down in the trenches working with you to try to uplift, gesture yourself over them, even if you get a contract deal over the rest of the people that helped you get there. You are doing 300. You are doing the step on the nigga head to get ahead. The same ones that sat there and said, you ain't got to give me a dime. I don't want to manage you. I want us to win. And you kept thinking of you instead of the crew. There is not a you or an I in crew. So your platform is falling down. You are losing co-hosts left and right. You are hard to work with and you want to bully yourself around like you still in battle rap. These days are over. You are not the only podcaster. You are not even the only battle rapper that got a podcast that's popping. You out of touch, bro. So I'm saying. And if you want to get fact checking on Black culture, go check out FBA. They give it to you. But key note is, remember this. Black people built the Panama Canal like we built everything else. Let them take that from us again. Trump, let me go back. I forgot to say this. Trump said that day one, when he gets in office, if the American hostages are not brought back to the United States, by the time he get there, he is going to cause hell, and it's going to be a very bad thing for the Middle East if those people do not get back here on the United States soil, and all hell is going to break loose if they're not here. Let's go to Potomac right fast. Karen Hugler will not be sitting next to Andy Cohen during the reunion of Potomac, aka Potos Hoes. She's in rehab. Report. George Jefferson. Oh, wait, not George Jefferson. She's Jefferson's concubine. Yeah, she's going to be in rehab, so she's not going to be attending the reunion. So don't look at her. You guys know that her and Mia were going to be on opposite sides of Andy, because they had the most going on this season. She's not going to be there. Let's go to Giselle. Giselle, we heard word on the streets is you's a bitch. You got cheated on, you miserable, you was entitled. Nobody liked you. Even when you were first lady of the church, you were miserable, entitled, angry, green-eyed, miserable, and you felt that everyone should kiss your ass because you were Giselle, the first lady of a whole nation. I don't know who you are, but anyhow, we're gonna cut that off real quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. There's so much more. But to be honest with you, I'm burned out. Y'all done got on my damn nerves, y'all ugly ass. Thank you, TikTok, so much. You guys have been blowing it up over there. Thank you so much. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, all the platforms, Facebook, StreamYard, wherever you came to watch me get down and mind my own business while I ran into yours. Just watch it. Just tune in. I'm going to start popping out, doing more shows, touching in on a lot of things. I'm going to be all over the place. So just love it, girl. Watch it here to be loved. And why I'm Trump free right now. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Please, you guys tune in Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to Leave It on the Court with my dudes and my loves of my life, Joss and his brother Jan. Please check them out on Leave It on the Court, YouTube, Leave It on the Court, Instagram. You guys, just pop out and show out for my dudes. It's a sports show. They leave everything on the court, everything basketball. Tune in. It's going to be live. They have special guests. They have prizes. Tune in. You guys can see if you can get a PlayStation or an Xbox. I don't know. He just got a new PlayStation, so maybe he's bragging to you guys that he's going to give y'all one. Anyway, check him out on Twitch too. He does his gaming on Twitch too. So you guys, please support black everything. Black everything. Good luck. Happy New Year. God bless to everyone. And Lord, give blessings and prayers out to LA. And support. Thank you guys.